Hello everyone, it's Brilliant. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about a happy marriage life. Is it something real or it's such an oxymoron? If it is real, what can we do as humanly possible to make sure that we achieve a happy marriage life? So you find that marriage and happiness are two things that can go hand in hand as far as we would want things to be. But other people wouldn't say that. They would say that you lose all the freedom, you lose all the happiness. In fact, they cannot even say happiness and marriage in the same sentence. If it is possible to make sure that we achieve this state, what can we do? What are the things we should consider to make sure that we achieve a happy marriage life? One of the main things that would matter most is choice. People would say choose the right partner, make sure that you know the person you choose, he should be God-fearing. But I think those things there are things that you may not be able to control. Sometimes you might try to choose someone who is humble, but then you later find out that they have been pretending. And you look at this person, then you say, this is not the person that I fell in love with. And you look at your life, you try to see if you are happy, then you also find that you are not happy at all. So what are the things that we should consider before marriage or whilst we are in the marriage? I believe that marrying at an older age, let's say around your 30s or your late 20s, is better than marrying once you are really young in your early 20s, because at this stage you also want to experience. There's this little freedom that is coming into your life and you want to experience stuff. Getting married at such a stage will not lead into a happy marriage life. But then when you're older, at this stage you probably have your degree, or maybe you already have a stream of income. Because if there's anything that can be a source of disgruntlement or lack of happiness in a marriage, is the fact that people don't have money, or they don't have food to eat in the house, they are not wearing the clothes they would like to wear. So that can also be a source of sadness or a source of quarrels in a marriage. So make sure that you marry at such an age where you can take care of yourselves. At this age, your personality has changed. You are now oriented to achieve goals of the future. You are looking at who will I be when I'm 50, and also your life has some kind of direction. 3 decades on earth, you probably have figured what you want to be or how you want your life to be. Number 2 is the issue of sharing power. Usually in our patriarchal system, which we use from day to day, we live in a world whereby the man has all the power. The man determines what is going to happen in the family, what they are going to buy, how they are going to use the money. So if we want this happy marriage life, I in my little experience of marriages, figured out that you need to share the power. You need to be influenceable as a man. So the reason why most of the children love their mothers more than their fathers is the fact that they can influence their mothers. A child is thirsty, or a child wants some sweets. He goes to his mother and says, Mom, can I have sweets? Then mom says, no, you cannot have sweets. But then if the child persists, he can influence the mother into saying, okay, I will just give you 1 sweet. Okay, so that's being influenceable. That's changing your mind according to circumstances. So some men are adamant when they say we're not going to buy a car. They just mean that. And at the end of the day, if the woman wants to influence the man, she cannot. So that leads to some quarrels, or that can be a source of unhappiness in a marriage. So you find out that if you're a man and you are able to change your mind according to your wife's demands or according to your wife's encouragement, you will lead a happy life, because you are living your life at the same time you're also helping your wife to live her life. The other thing that people take for granted is reliability. How can your partner rely on you, on the things that you promise that you're going to do? For example, if you say, if your wife asks you for a favor, hey, can you bring tomatoes? I forgot to buy tomatoes at the market. Can you bring them? And you say, okay, I will. Then after work, you come home without the tomatoes. That has shown that she cannot rely on you to do this, right? Then the next day you do the same. At the end of the day, you're just reinforcing some sort of unreliability to your wife. When you have someone who is not reliable in a marriage, you cannot have that peace to say, I know she will do it, or I know she will never do it, just because your person is unreliable. So instead of having happiness in this marriage, we are having anxiety, we are having resentment, we're having regrets. Why did I choose this man who is not even reliable? So you need to be reliable to your partner so that in this marriage we have happiness. I'm also going to talk of something which is very detrimental, but then it can be helpful. This is comparison and competition. Okay? We are living in a world where we have all the information that we want to get. If you want to see how someone in America is living right now, you can on your mobile phone. So that is creating an imbalance. It's showing us how we can be happy, right? And at the same time, we are living in a marriage that we are not happy, probably, or we are happy but not as happy. So that's comparison. Now we're saying these people, they are going for holidays, they are going for family dates, etc, but then if that's not happening to us, and we're also in a marriage at the same time, we find even if we are happy, we feel like we are not happy because we are not as happy as the people we are comparing ourselves to. It happens even amongst friends. Your friend can have a happier marriage and you say, I'm not happy. But then it needs one to introspect and see, am I really not happy, or I'm comparing myself to these people? This is detrimental because probably these people are just portraying a happy marriage but not necessarily having. I also want to talk about character and prioritization of your family or your partner in a marriage. So you find out that we are living in a world whereby there are so many sources of unhappiness. So it could be your work, it could be your drive home, it could be even your friend affecting your marriage. So all these sources of unhappiness, when you go home, you have to dissociate from them and give your wife the best of yourself, give your husband the best of yourself. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you reserve some energy for yourself and your partner. Okay, so this will help us to make sure that whichever way we are treating people at work, we are smiling at them, we are thanking them, oh, thank you very much, you're such a darling, etc. We should also make sure that we reserve that for our partner, so that we do not only have the grumpy side of us for our partner, so that we don't always come home and give our partner this this no-nonsense man, when at work we're actually everybody's darling. Okay, we also need to, if you're a lady and when you're home, you also need to make that time, make that effort to look pretty for your partner, because your partner still wants you to be the killer chick that he found you as. He wants you to be the killer partner who is attractive, who has energy to bath, to wear beautiful clothes and be interesting still, all those things. So I know that we could be talking of the secrets, the nitty-gritties of marriage and everything, but then I don't think there are secrets to a happy marriage. It's just a relationship like any other, only that this one is more special and it is there to stay forever, if you agree to this. I'm also going to talk about sexual intercourse. The reason why I'm talking of it lastly is the fact that usually when you're not happy in a marriage, your desire to have it with that particular partner is kind of decreased. Probably you want to have it with other people. There's also the issue of getting used to someone and not finding them attractive anymore, right? This is sexual intercourse we're talking about. So with that, I think we have to fix whatever is making you unhappy first. If you're not happy because you don't have money, you don't have food in the house, so you're not happy that you're not going to have sex with your partner, that is acceptable. But then you need to fix this hunger thing so that things will cascade like dominoes and fall into place. But let's say you are living in a good relationship, you are all happy, your partner is happy, you are happy. My advice to you, don't let your mood decide whether or not you're going to have sexual intercourse with this partner. Just because it cannot be the only factor, really. I mean, other factors have to be put into place. The facts like it's been long, or he wants it or she wants it. So all those things have to be considered when you are in a relationship. It goes hand in hand with the point that I was stressing about being influenceable, compromising, making sure that your partner gets the best of you, all that. So don't let your mood be the sole reason why you say, no, I'm not going to be intimate with you because I'm not in the mood. Mood cannot be the sole reason. I think there are a lot of factors, there are a lot of things that we can talk about to make sure that we have a marriage there where there is happiness, right? Because in this video I didn't put the concept of kids or the concept of people that can be dependent on us, because these also contribute to how we are living. They contribute to the fact that are we happy or are we not. It also calls for us to think on the basis that what kind of happiness are we talking about, because in a marriage, it's not like you've stopped living the normal life. You are still living the normal lives. You still have other things that are going to make you unhappy. But whilst you're in the marriage, there might not be the marriage itself, there might be other independent things that may make the both of you not happy. So we also have to think about that when we think a happy marriage, because we still have the life to live. We still have other problems that can fall on us, which can make us unhappy, even if it's not the marriage. So when we say happy marriage, are we saying happiness coming from the fact that we are married, or we are just saying being overly happy forever whilst in a marriage, which is impossible, because problems will come and you'll be sad together. And I think if you are in a happy marriage, those things that will make you angry or sad or anxious as a couple will make you even stronger and a happier marriage. I think that's all. I wish we could keep on talking about this, because there are so many reasons you could be happy or unhappy in a marriage, but I'll leave you with this. See you next time. We can continue to this. Comment in the comment section and tell us, how are you happy in your marriage? What is making it tick? What are the things that will make you unhappy, etc. See you next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe.